Coming on the heels of what happened in 2013 in Boston, it just might have been the most important marathon win for an American in history. Please welcome our Tri-Palooza Endurance Sports Athlete of the Year, presented by Head Sweats, Meb Keflezighi.
Good evening. I'm so honored to be here among many great athletes who work hard to excel in life and get the best out of yourself. Well, I have a little common with triathletes. Let's see, sponsors. You guys rule because you got a lot of sponsors. Fast Island, the birthplace of the modern triathlon. And I run, and I ride the elliptical. And if I try to swim, I wouldn't make it here tonight. I'd like to thank all the sponsors for making this happen. I also like to thank my table over there. My sisters are here, Fanana Hanet, hence on my cousin, Rob Hill. I'll tell you a little story when he was the guy that was with me at Boston 2013. Tina, Megan, and my chiropractor, Dr. Devin Young. My pacer, who's 71 years old, Rich Levy. You rule. And my coach and mentor, Bob Larson. And Function Smart. Gino, you know we're here. But it's amazing what life brings at you. In 7th grade, I ran a PE class to get a t-shirt, to get an A, to get my picture in the window. And to do that, you have to run 6 minutes and 15 seconds. I ran at 5 minutes and 20 seconds. That was when my God-given talent was discovered. And whoever thought that PE class would change my life. In 2013, Boston, I was entered to run the race. But unfortunately, or fortunately, due to injury, I didn't start the race. I was watching the race in the lobby, but I decided I wanted to watch on the grandstand just because I never get to do that because of drug testing and also media. I went with Rob Hill, who's here, and went there and watched it for 4 or 5 hours, almost 5 hours. It got cold. He gave me his jacket. I waited as long as I can. But I left 5 to 10 minutes prior to the bombing. Celeste, she was a spectator. I was a spectator. The people that passed away were spectators. But you never know what life brings. Like Celeste says, this is a new beginning. Since that day, I just said, what can I do something positive to change the street of Boylston Street? Every day for 365, you guys are among athletes here. Just think, what do you want to do for every day you wake up? I just wanted to change Boylston Street. That race meant so much for me. I wanted to do it. I'd done it 2 other times. I finished third and 5th. And on the most important day, as Bob said, it came true. The race in itself, you have to run greater than yourself. Because if it was for the lack of trying, I tried it twice to win. But it doesn't happen when I want it. It happened in God's time. And for me, yes, in Athens, when I got silver medal, 5K was a long way to go. But as you saw in the video, at 10 miles to the start of the race, I made a move. At 13, I was so much in the zone, did not even see the halfway point. But because of the Boston Strong that year that we used, I'm going to give them Meb Strong. I came with a race with 3 goals: to win, personal best, or podium. But I only had 1% chance to do that because I was almost 39 years old. But when you're doing for the greater than yourself and pushing the limits, great things happen. I told Coach Larson, don't worry, I'm just going to make a move in the last 5K, is what the last thing I told him before I left the starting line. But your intuition tells you that. You need to assess the field and see what happens. And I just kept pushing and pushing. At 17, I was so much in pain that every step started hurting. But I just said, you know what? This is for the victims. This is for the NSA. This is Boston Strong. Give them Meb Strong. The crowd was so amazing. At 18 and a half, 19, all people could do was USA, USA. I couldn't help it but to join them. USA, USA. But I started thinking, take the moment. You're still in the race. You still got unfinished business. Just keep pushing. At 22, I get cramp on my left side. At 23, I see somebody's behind me. And I just said, oh my gosh, what should I do? 3 things. Slow down, try to solve on boys on street the way I imagine in training, maintain the gap, or expand the gap. Well, the first one option is not very good because if once somebody catch up to you, mental edge, he got you. So you have to maintain the gap or extend the gap. And basically, I just think of the victims, think of what happened the year before, kept pushing. I'm mile 24, and all of us are done with dinner. A lot of stuff started happening. Almost throwing up, but you can't stay the side of the road and throw up because then you're gonna send your weakness. You gotta hold your head up, keep marching forward. At 25, this point-to-point course from Boston, there's a Citgo sign, 1 mile to go. It couldn't come fast enough. I've been waiting for that mile to come for a long, long time. At that point, I thought I had it, but then it's getting 5 seconds to the lead. I just said, you know what? This crowd is gonna carry you. You're doing it for the victims that I wrote their names on my bib. Keep pushing. And basically, 1K to go. This says 1K to go. I said, it's not a fair advantage because we Americans go by miles. The guy chasing me goes by kilometers. He's gonna say 3 more of pain, 3 minutes of pain. He's gonna try to close the gap, but I use the downhill, make the right-hand turn. Since it was a point-to-point course, I just said, you know what? Speed, like the finish line is right there. Because by the time he makes the turn, make that gap bigger. And coming to boys on the street, I just crossed myself. I just said, God, thank you for this opportunity to represent the United States. Thank you for allowing me to be able to lead the 36,000 deep to be able to cross the finish line. My dream was to win the Boston Marathon. I'd accomplished everything that I wanted to accomplish. New York City Marathon, win silver medal, but the only thing that was missing was the Boston. And to do it on the most important day on April 21st, 2014, it gives me great pride to be able to say the first American to win the Boston Marathon. And what? We all are stronger than we think. We all are tougher than we think. We have to be braver than we think. If we can do all those, we can do great things. I feel so blessed to be able to pull the victory for all of us. Boston strong, USA strong. Thank you so much.